Morning. And we're going to fix you back up here. Hold on. Yes, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Yes. We'll come up at 8 o'clock. I don't know what happened there. Excuse me, as we get everything working. Hello, hello, hello. It's on, it's playing. Yes, 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 yes. Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Take a little more to you. Good morning. This way. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you? Is it 8 o'clock? We got 2 more minutes. This is Wendi from Wendi Speaks. Thank you for joining me. Yes, yes. And we're going to discuss today my book. We're going to talk about be splendid in your day. And I'm waving up here to my husband because he's asking me, is something working? And it's like, yes, baby, it's working. Okay, so I hope you're enjoying this music today. As we come together and polish our inner mirror and unleash our inner authority. Yes, yes, yes. Good morning. So glad you joined me today. I love this Substack and hope we're rolling. And we're going to operate today and we're going to put the theme song in. Yay! Whoa! Hi, 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 hi. Welcome to my studio. This is Wendi at Wendi Speaks. And we're going to be talking about my book this morning. In fact, this is what we're going to be operating with for probably the rest of the year. But my book, Be Splendid in Your Day. And we're just taking excerpts out. So the power in you, we're going to bring that up. Unleash your inner authority. Let it roar. Set you free. Yes, rewrite your story. So I'm just waiting for everybody to get here and we'll queue up at 8 o'clock. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you for joining me today. This is Wendi at Wendi Speaks. And today we're going to talk about limited beliefs. Oh, it's 8 o'clock and we'll wait a few more minutes here. Yes. I thank you for joining me. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, good morning. Hi. Hello. Yes. Your own glory. Okay? Yes. You rise like fire. Okay? Because you have the fire inside of you that needs to come out. You may be 50 plus, but it's okay. You have a second act. Yes, you do. You command whatever you need in your life. You can make a determination and work on that. Absolutely. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes. Good morning. Good morning. You are made for your own glory, so I'm glad you're here to bask in your glory with me at Wendi Speaks. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, 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 good morning. Hi, how are you? This is Wendi at Wendi Charles Speaks, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. And I want to thank you so much for being a part of my community. And we work today and every day on our purpose. Our purpose, yes, our purpose in our second act. Our purpose, absolutely. Yes, yes, I want you to kind of join me in this chat. And I want you to also go to my website at wendycharlesspeaks.com and order my book so you can follow with me. Be splendid in your day. Eliminate the chaos out of your life and just ignite yourself and work on your purpose. You know, we talked about last week about the things that hold us back. And as seniors, there's 5 things that hold us back. It's fear of failure or fear of success. One or the other just keeps us stuck. The other thing is regret. As last week I discussed about, working on writing a letter of forgiveness for yourself and others. Doesn't matter whose fault it is. You just need to move on with you. The other part that we get stuck on is procrastination. Yeah, we say we're going to start. We want to start, but we just kind of don't start. And we kind of have that block in the life. So, as I said, regret, fear, procrastination, clarity we miss, and we miss confidence. So when you join me here, we're going to help each other polish our inner mirrors so that all of those things kind of go away. And in my book, I have various exercises that I implemented myself as I was last year working on me because of all the chaos that was going on in the world. And now you got wars and other things going on. So it was very apropos for my transition in writing my book of the things that helped me get through. And a friend of mine named Deborah Eddy kind of validated that through her walk, through just kind of reading through my book and being my coach and counselor on things in the book that I was writing. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. So, are you here? Yes. So I want you please to follow me if you like what I'm speaking about and you believe that it can help you as it helped me. I want you to join me in my community as I coach you through, as I've coached myself through with my coach as well. I have a coach. My coach is, her name is Dr. Sonia Stribling, and I want to shout out to her. In fact, I have few coaches because I do several things, but she is my speaker coach, and she was my person who helped me have the idea of writing a book. I never thought that I could do it. I never thought that I had the confidence or clarity or knew how or whatever, but I followed her suggestion, and I worked with her and some other folks in getting that done. And you too can do the same thing to identify your purposes and limiting beliefs. So that gets me into my topic of limiting beliefs. Yes, that we all carry. We all carry these limiting beliefs from our environments, from 0 to 10 as children. And that's really our basic foundation. And then the rest is just the things we kind of pick up along the way as we are aging in grace and purpose. And so a lot of times those things get us stuck due to some of the biases and isms that come up in our lives. And so my book maps out some techniques which we have in identifying recent situations where you felt stuck. I usually start there with people. Start with your current situation of where you're stuck, okay? And examine the evidence supporting that information. Like, kind of do an analysis on truth and false of where you think things are. This is the problem that many of us have in false evidence appearing real. We pick up all these trailers of information, good or bad, and we don't reassess them to see if they really truly make sense, if we really should be afraid of something. And I understand that fear is a good thing in protecting us from a lot of things, but sometimes we take it over the top. You know, I want to interrupt myself here, and I want to shout out to a dear friend of mine who's experiencing some challenges in her life with her husband's health, and that is Dr. Christina Laura. Our love and blessings and prayers are here for you and your family. And for the rest of you, if you go through things, please put it out on Substack and let us know so that we too can align with what's going on in your life. We're all human beings. And, normal things happen. Life happens to us all. And so in this time, it is important that we rally around each other for the support and strength and health in these times as we are unleashing our inner authority and polishing our mirrors and living on a road of purpose. Yes. So back to speaking of you regarding limited beliefs. So one thing I found that we have limiting beliefs based on our education. We have limiting beliefs based on our careers, because you know what they used to say? If you don't know, you don't know. Well, if you don't know something and you find out the information later, what you realize is you had this belief system that wasn't even correct for your process when you found out some other information that opened your eyes. Does that make sense? Yes, and yes. Do I have your permission to speak to you in this manner? Do I have your permission to kind of step on your toe and push you over the top if I have to, in moving your life forward and transforming and building your unshakable confidence in your life? Now, I have a few cameras here, so you'll see me look up and down and look around, and I just want you to know that is the reason for not perhaps being on point and looking at you. However, so let's talk about it. Tell me what your fears have been. Tell me what your regrets. Tell me what you think limits your ability to move forward. I'd love to hear that. I could tell you one thing that was limiting for me is that I moved from New York City. I'm from Brooklyn, and I lived in Tulsa, Washington, Hartford, and I now live in Texas. And so, coming from a larger city, you have been exposed to a tumultuary, a buffet of things, okay? And yet you come to a smaller town like a Tulsa, Oklahoma, and you find that in speaking to people, what they believe to be true or to be, let's say, eccentric or out of scope is not necessarily, it's just that they didn't have the experience that you had, that these were good things of opening your eyes, and perhaps later they caught up on the trends of that. And so I find that every place I've lived has had its own culture and way of operating. And if you've shared that, please put that in the chat and let me know. But I find that that's what happens to us, and we pick up these isms from our journeys. And whether it's good or bad or indifferent, who knows? However, what's important now is that we assess those things so that we can describe the impact of the beliefs on our life. Does that make sense? On our life now, today, as we are in our 50 plus graceful wise ages. And I hope this morning you woke up with what I suggest you to do in the morning to start your day, and that is to wake up with gratitude, do your prayer, your meditation. I happen to use Namyo Renge Kyo. Whatever one you use, please use that. And then I begin to do my exercises and stretches to keep my body and my mind in check. And then after that, I work with you, or I work on me for my purpose. And you know what? For those first two people who come to me today, I'm going to give you a 15-minute call with me, a discovery call, to see how I can help you polish your inner mirror, how I can help you work on unleashing your inner authority. I know that anyone who's been on this planet for 50 plus years has so much in them, so much, and you just haven't been taught how to unleash it. Or maybe you did unleash it in your early ages, and then you just decided, oh my, I'm just so tired, I just can't make it another day pushing through another way. Well, look, you are moving towards the centennial view. I don't know if you know that, but you are. If you've lived 50 plus years, you're moving towards the centennial view. And in Asia, there are 95,000 centennials. I don't know how many are in America, but I know that more and more people are living to 100. My mother right now is 95 years old. So it's very important for us not to lose the momentum of life, not to lose our purpose, not to see a brighter future as we age and put things in place for it. So when we give back, as I said, all of you here, all of you have some beautiful light to share with someone. And I want to pull that out. I want to be your coach. If you like what I'm saying, I'd love the opportunity to be your coach to get you in the position of your purpose. I don't know what that is, because there are exercises and things that we do to identify them, but I know you have them inside. I know that you have as much purpose, determination, and love and blessings as I do, as I've had in my life and I continue to have. And that doesn't mean that we don't have adversities, but what we need to do is learn that each adversity, there lies a greater benefit. You know, last week I had my set crash, and what I had to realize is that there was a lot of information on that set from years ago, and maybe it was just time to get rid of it. Maybe that crash, I needed to see it as start with where you are here today, now, with your purpose of working with others, of unleashing your inner authority, of polishing your inner mirror, and helping others identify their purpose and work towards it. Work towards that, and not look back at the things that I did with corporate, or the things that I did with insurance, or the things that I did with Wingstop, or the things that I did as a GC, or the whatever things I did. Okay? Well, I looked at it as an opportunity to have a really fresh start and focus on the new computer that I'm using right now. The new computer that is working and functioning well. Okay? And it has most of the programs and things that I need to operate in this space. So, I'll have the grief that I lost something, but I have the love that I've started something. And my journey now is for purpose of peace and love, and helping each and every one of you get to see and work on your purpose. And that is what's more important now than looking back. So, as I said, it is a wonderful place to be at a 50 plus today. Why? There's so many things that we have to work with. One is AI, and you guys hear me talk about this all the time. AI. Look, I hear you say, oh, I hate that. I don't want to learn another thing. Listen, it's a verbal prompt. As I told you, it's a verbal prompt that you use, and it can help you research things. It can help you ask questions about if you have to go to a doctor. Actually, we have an appointment sometime today, and I have some questions that, I've worked with my virtual assistant, and I say, hey, my ear hurts, my toe hurts, whatever. Can you tell me what questions I need to ask my doctor? And he comes through, and he just beautifully, his name is Robert, and tells me exactly what I need to know. So I'm suggesting all of you seniors to use this as your virtual assistant. You have in your phone a virtual assistant that you can prompt by talking, saying you don't have to learn any code, and it can help you remember things. It can help you remind you of the time and places you need to be. Embrace these things because they are truly blessings and tools to use to enhance your life. Just like my book, Be Splendid in Your Day, in which you can purchase at wendycharlesspeaks.com. It also has its own website of Wendi Charles Speaks and Be Splendid in Your Day website. So please do that. Also, you can join me at SKOOL, and that's school, and of course on Substack, where we are here today. And I love the Substack experience. I want to thank Arlen Hamilton and Gail, who writes the the Old Lady Chronicles, Black Old Lady Chronicles, and she is actually teaching Substack. I'm going to join one of her classes so I can get better at it. But there's so many opportunities for you out here. I heard that there was a report yesterday that there were like 260,000 people that have filed unemployment. That is so sad. But I want to tell you that if you were one of them that has filed unemployment, you need to be here. You need to allow me to coach you to your purpose, to your inner authority. Okay? Use that unemployment to take care of the bills, but also invest in yourself to move yourself forward. When one door closes, another door opens. Please understand that, and allow yourself to see that there is another opportunity and that there is another door. Again, by doing what? Embracing your inner authority. Now, one of the tools and techniques I use in the morning, if I just can't get going, and I think you've heard me say this before, and that is I put on Mary J. Blige, and she says, "Good morning, gorgeous." When I'm having the day after I finish my prayer, meditation, and gratitude, and I just need to kick it over the top, I turn her on, and I hear her say, before you put your makeup and hair on, well, I don't have much hair, but my makeup, good morning, gorgeous. So I'm going to say to you, good morning, gorgeous souls. Good morning, gorgeous human beings. Good morning. Good morning. And if you felt that, you got something. If you felt that, you have something. Yes, because you are gorgeous too. You are gorgeous because you are beyond the sight of beauty. Your beauty is your inner beauty. Your beauty is what we together need to develop to get you to your purpose point. Yes, get you to your purpose point. And for all you 200 and plus folks, 1,000 people who had to go to unemployment, I am so sorry. I have been there, and I know exactly where you are. But don't forget, you can turn a job into a purpose by doing something you love and get paid for it. In fact, you could be rewarded even more than you were doing your 9 to 5. In fact, I know most of you on this Substack actually are realizing that there is such a community out here. There are so many people that need what you have. You don't really have to do the 9 to 5 anymore because you can find your purpose and nurture that. Now, maybe you need the 9 to 5 to fund your journey because it's, when you work on your purpose, yes, you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your coaching courses. I spent thousands of dollars in my coaching courses, and if I didn't have them, I wouldn't have streamlined how to get there and where to be. I wouldn't be out here sitting here talking to you because I wouldn't even know what platforms to talk to you on. I wouldn't know anything without my coach. So I'm going to really encourage everyone who's here to find a great coach. If I'm not the coach for you, find one, because that's what you do to make a better you. You get a coach to push you through. Yes, stop the mental blocks. Let that coach and counsel you to do the do for you. Yes, you. Yes, you. To help you polish your inner authority. To help you polish your self daily. Take 5-10 minutes, if not more, and work on you every day. Read my book. Take a topic out of my book every day and read it. Go through the exercises of my book. Again, my book you can get on wendycharlesspeaks.com. And go through my chapters in my book. My book, I have topics of limiting beliefs, cultivating self-compassion, the powerful of mindful living, embracing your imperfections. Oh my gosh, so many goodies in there to work on you. Talking about embracing your imperfections. Oh my goodness. Well, that is such a topic for me because as a senior, I've had some setbacks. I've had a knee replacement. I've had some thyroid issues. I've had many, I shouldn't say many, but I've had several challenges that have really challenged my mindset about myself. It has shown the vulnerabilities. From 4 to 17, I used to dance, and as in modern dancing, I did theater, I sang, and then all of a sudden, I hit this boom road of health mess, and that health mess challenges you. That health mess makes you say, what the hell is going on? I am changing, and I don't necessarily like this change. I don't like having a deformed leg, and I don't like having a surgery to fix it. I don't like having my hair fall out, but I don't like taking medication to fix it. But I had to realize that all of these things were part of the process of my journey of aging. And I had to embrace that no matter what, no matter when, no matter why, because that's the journey that I've been given. And so I've learned to embrace myself in all conditions and work on loving my knee as it was before and as it is now, in loving my body, my soul, my mind. Why? Because if I don't love it, who does? If I don't embrace it, who will? Right? Right? Yes, oh yes, you understand exactly what I'm saying, don't you? Does that make sense? It starts with you, embracing you. It starts with you every day, working on you, working on your purpose, working on your joy, because we all can choose happiness. Do you know that every day you can choose happiness regardless of what's going on in your life? Do you realize that that is really a mental choice? In fact, I try to educate everyone I know when they start complaining and gossiping about things. And it's like, hey, 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 stop, stop, stop. Stop taking the joy out of your life with the gossip. Stop taking the joy out of your life with the complaints. Do you think they're helping you? Does it make you feel better to complain? Does it make you feel better to whine? Well, it really doesn't help you. It doesn't help your health. You know, in fact, normally if people have gossip and rumors and things going on, your body is fighting it. It's cringing. It's like it has a fear factor that goes on. It goes, is that true? Is this happening? Don't take yourself through that. Every day wake up and realize that there's always the sun above the clouds. No matter what, there's always the sun above the clouds. There's always an opportunity to change the way you think. There's always an opportunity to work on you. It just takes a coach sometimes to help you get through. It took me to get a coach. I thought I was on the right path, but I wanted to expedite that path. I am 50 plus and I didn't want to take 20 years to get to a path of success. So I hired a speaker coach. Yay! Thank you. And I took my step of investing in me. And it was thousands of dollars. And it was making me cringe. But I've learned and I'm learning so much. And I'm encouraging you to do the same. Step out of your old self and step in to your new self. Embrace your new journey of aging gracefully and aging with purpose and finding joy every moment in your day, regardless to what happens, regardless to that bank account having that nest egg, regardless to out here and realizing, oh my gosh, my notes are flying around. Take your mental state out of it. Yes, it's going on, and yes, you have to address it, okay? But take one step at a time, one day at a time, and don't allow it to take your joy through false evidence appearing real. If it's a creditor, call them up, tell them you're having a problem, work out of a deal. If it's the IRS, call them up, work out a compromise on what you owe. Just don't run and put your head as an ostrich in the sand. You see, happiness is knowing that we've taken care of the things that we need to take care of so we can move on, even if it is a problem for us. Does that make sense? Yes, yes, or yes. Embrace the challenges, embrace the adversities, but look at the greater benefit. Perhaps the loss of a home is putting you in a place for a better home. Perhaps the loss of a loved one is putting you in a place and appreciation for what they've taught you. Perhaps having the car that stalled out is encouraging you to buy a new one that will serve you better. You never know as you go through your journeys until you look back. You know, hindsight 2020, right? We all say, wow, I wish I coulda, woulda, shoulda. But we can today. We can today if we take the time to see the beauty in everything that happens with us. You know, each morning I wake up with pain due to my back and my knees and legs, and it's okay because I've said to my body, I love you, we're going to work through this, I'm going to work with you every day. Every morning I'm going to give you 30 minutes to an hour, okay, to relieve the pain. and I work on it for 30 minutes to an hour, it hurts when I start. At the end, it's improved. And so that's what I'm saying to you. In life, things hurt when you start, but all of a sudden you realize you've exercised that muscle and things are improving. Or you had that stroke, but now you're writing, you're reading, somebody gave you a journal, and you're working through, and those words are now coming out. The room or the place you had flooded, but what happened was it encouraged you to have to go and buy new furniture, right? The furniture you wanted to get anyway, and you kept putting it off because you said you didn't have the money, or you couldn't do this, you couldn't do that. But all of a sudden, because of this adversity, it drove you to improve in some manner in your life. Yes? Yes or yes? I hope this helps you. I hope I help you. And if I do, I want to encourage you to join me at SKOOL School at WendyChoSpeaks.com and follow me on Substack. For those who have subscribed to my Substack channel this week, I actually have some free gifts of encouragement, music, and exercises for you. So go out and join me for purpose as we drive together and learn together and support together in this world of opportunity. 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 Yes, opportunity. You saying, what? Are you crazy? Opportunity? I've just lost my job. I've just lost... Hey, there are so many opportunities. You just have to keep striving, keep applying, and keep seeing them. The only way you can do it is by doing it. You can't do it through someone else. You have to do it yourself. You have to get out and you have to row your boat. But you can have a captain to help guide you. And that can be me. This is Wendi Charles Speaks, and I'd love the opportunity. I'd love the opportunity to take you through my journey with my book. Be splendid in your day. Be splendid in your life. Be splendid in your world. And share that. I want the world to see your life. I want the world to see your light. Yes, your life has light. You have traveled from zero to where you are today. Whether it's 50 plus as a senior, and as you know, seniors are dubbed by AARP, whoever is 50 is a senior. And for all of you, congratulations for making it here. Because there are a lot of people that didn't. Congratulations for being of sound mind and purpose and having a drive and a desire to improve. Because if not, you wouldn't even be here in this community. Congratulations. And pat yourself every day on the back because you were alive. You took a breath today. You took another breath today. And you took another breath today. Oh, congratulations for that. Congratulations for you being here. Congratulations for the bed, the warm house, or the cool house that you have, or the apartment. Congratulations for opening your eyes and wanting to see what is beautiful every day, and for choosing happiness, not false hope and unrealistic imaginations. I'm telling you, if you look in the mirror and polish you, hey, I'm telling you a secret here. I'm telling you a big secret. If you work every day on you, polish that mirror. There's no mirror that can't be polished. Has anyone seen a mirror that you can't clean? Have you ever seen a mirror that you can't clean? Surely you can clean. You might see a mirror that's dim. One is brighter than the other. But you can clean it and you can polish it. And you can always get clarity and confidence right here, right now, on my channel as we work together in polishing our inner mirror and embracing our inner authority. Every day, together, we walk the road toward our successful journey of things that we love to do. Not things that we have to do, not things that chase us to do, but things that we love to do. Because when you wake up and do the things that you love to do, you love to be alive. You love to be with others that are in your space of life, that love life and living. Yes, love life and living. And that's what I want to help you see, is that no matter what, whether our health is challenged, whether our environment is challenged, we have an opportunity to become like the lotus flower and rise from the mud. Yes, you can be a lotus flower. You can rise from the mud and choose happiness and choose purpose and start your journey today, not tomorrow, but right now, right here, by purchasing my book, Be Splendid in Your Day, by being on my lives, by embracing yourself, by hearing and living your purpose with me as we go down this beautiful road of life and aging with purpose. Yes, yes, or yes. You can do it. Don't doubt yourself. You can do it. Just take time for you. You can do it. Just forgive yourself and forgive others so you can move forward. You can do it because you're here, because you need the information, because you want the information. If not, you wouldn't be here. Yes, your button, you can press your own buttons to get you started. To get you started. But to get you guided, let me help you on that journey. Let me help you, guide you in the streets of embracing yourself, in the streets of forgiveness of self. Yes, let's together walk hand in hand in a community of purpose where we as seniors embrace and celebrate each other every day. Because what we have in us, what we have in us that we've acquired and accumulated over these years, somebody out there needs. Somebody needs to know how to do a macrame. Somebody out there needs to know how to write a poem. Somebody out there needs to know how to put on the makeup. Somebody needs something that you got, something that you did, something about you somebody needs. So let's together just get it clear, get a clarity on what it is, and gain the confidence to do it, and make the determination that every day you're going to work on you. If you don't do anything else for the day, you're going to do something to work on you. And as I have done myself, start by just forgiving you. And write a letter of forgiveness to yourself and to others. And if you need a template, go up to my website, wendycharlesspeaks.com, and use mine. I blatantly did it to free myself. I did it because I was just tired of the elephants in the room. And if you're living in an environment where there are elephants in the room, get rid of them. You don't need the elephants. You know, as I say, you eat an elephant, how do you do it? One bite at a time. But the first bite is to forgive yourself and to forgive others regardless of fault for whatever they did to you, whatever you did to them. Move on. Because to free yourself, you have to forgive yourself and move on with your purpose in your life. So, let's go back to my book. And I want to go through some excerpts in the book to help you gain clarity. So, I want you to examine the evidence supporting and contradicting your beliefs. So I want you to write these things down. So let's see things that I said, the 5 things that get you stuck as a senior. Procrastination, okay, regret, false evidence appearing real, whether it be fear of failure or fear of success, confidence, and clarity. And so I'm going to use my book, as I said, for the limiting beliefs that we have. So I want you to consider identifying your recent situations where you felt held back. That's one of my exercises here, or limits. What was the situation? What were your thoughts and feelings? Write that down. Then trace the origin of a negative belief if you have them. I know we all do, so I think you're normal. You're human, so it's okay if you have negative beliefs. We all do. But where did they come from? Did they come from your mama, your brother, your sister, your job? Where did it come from? Your husband, your lover? Where did it come from? Figure that out. And, was it formed during a specific event or experience? And, was it learned? And why is it valuable to keep it now? Sometimes we pick up things and they look like they're positive, but later on we realize, ooh, that was terrible. Let's not do that. Okay. And then examine the evidence supporting and contradicting the belief. Is there any evidence to support the belief? And what evidence contradicts it? In fact, that's what I was just saying. So challenge yourself and look at those beliefs and describe the impact of these beliefs on your life. How does the belief affect your choices, your actions, your relationships? See, these are the things that get convoluted. And this is why in my book, Be Splendid in Your Day, I identify them. And I want you to identify them. I going through this exercise to identify them. Don't try to stop the thoughts and simply acknowledge them. Acknowledge your thoughts and acknowledge your griefs and acknowledge who you are and why you're there. But don't get stuck on it if it's a negative belief and it's not moving you forward. And that's the check and balance that you have with your belief system. Is this belief helping me? Does this belief move me forward? And really, if it doesn't move you forward, don't do it. Stop it. Try something else. As they say, if you are doing something the same way you did before, you're getting the same result. Why are you doing it? That's why you need a coach. Because you didn't have a coach before. And that's why you're still stuck in some of the things you did before the same way. You didn't have a coach to guide you to get out. You didn't have a coach that said, ooh, Amy, ooh, Josh, ooh, Craig, ooh, Greg, ooh, Bonnie, hey, why are you moving in that way? Try this instead and see if this expeditiously gets you here. Okay? Because a coach can expedite your journey. A coach can expedite your learning. A coach can move you forward quicker than you can move yourself. Why? Because they've already been through the quagmire and the journey of the mess. You don't need to have to put your hand in the fire to get burned, to know that you can be burned by a fire. No! You can listen to a person that's gone through that experience, embrace their experience, and figure out how not to have it happen to you. Yes, how not to have it happen to you through learning their journey. That's why I'm encouraging you today to go to wendycharlesspeaks.com and buy my book, because I have exercises in here so that you don't have to go through some of the things that you have done over and over and over and over again, only to not get to a better outcome or an improvement in your life. So I'm going to give you an example. For instance, if you believe you're not good enough, ask yourself, whatever then supports that belief. You know, as seniors, for some reason, we think we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we're too old, we're not young enough. We are enough. You are enough. Let me be your coach and tell you that. You're enough, 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 you're enough. You're enough. You are enough to do anything. Whatever the mind can conceive, you can achieve. And you have enough in you to do it. Yes, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Let me tell you something. You can do it. If I did it. If I did it. Yes, if I did it, you can do it. My journey wasn't any different than many of you. I was born in a city, Brooklyn, New York. I did start with two parents, but in my journey, my parents divorced at 8 years old. It was a nightmare for me to be in an environment with them, and subsequently, I had some horrible experiences from their separation. My mother and I never really seemed to get aligned in many times in my life. My mom was looking out for herself and trying to survive. And so in doing that, back in the day, most women looked for another husband or looked for another male or companion to really help them move them forward. And sometimes they abandoned you in doing that, or at least that's kind of what happened to me. So if this resonates with you, this was kind of my journey, and it gave me a lot of isms. It questioned whether I was really good enough. It had me question whether I was good enough. Why? Because with my father, whatever I did, it was wonderful and great. Unfortunately, with my mother, it was never good enough. So I grew up with this thing of always having to prove you are good enough, you can do enough, you can be enough, you are enough. So I went through a path of the enough. Okay? And then, being a woman of color, I ended up being in a corporation where women weren't accepted, much like a woman of color wasn't approved or appreciated. And so you felt like, well, wow, I'm a woman. I'm a mother. I'm a sister. I'm a whatever. Why am I not enough? Well, I was enough. And I had to keep moving that I was enough. And regardless what the corporation said about women couldn't get to a certain level, I proved that I could. And I proved that as a woman of color I could. Because I kept working on me. But I wish I had a coach. I wish I had somebody that was in my ear that said, Wendy, you can do it. Push on, girl. Push on, girl. Because maybe it wouldn't have taken me so long. And maybe I wouldn't have had so many regrets along the way and become angry and indulgent and just kind of out of control with my feelings about who I was and where I was and how I was going. So we're all human. We all have what has happened to us to create these limited beliefs, but we can get rid of that. We can get rid of the garbage. We can have clarity and purpose, because purpose is what helps us gain confidence with ourselves. And when we have confidence in ourselves, others see it. I bet you didn't think that I was a person that came up with folk in an environment where I couldn't do enough, I couldn't be enough, I couldn't say enough, I couldn't see enough. That's probably not what you're picking up now. Because today, I know I'm enough. I know that for all of these years that I've lived, I have developed a lot of great things, a lot of good things to share with you. If nothing else, but to help you to see the same thing that you have in you. To be that coach to inspire you to move forward, always for your purpose, for your mental health, and with love of self. So please, every day, start off with the gratitude that you woke up. Start off with the love of yourself. Start off with your prayer. Then implement your exercise on your body and mind, and then move on to your purpose. I'm going to read a poem for today that I think is very instrumental and clear on our talk today, with your permission. And so this is a kind of a daily guidance, more than a prayer, but words of encouragement. Let's say it's word of encouragement more than a prayer. It says, and this is by Saki Keita, "This lifetime will never come again. It is precious and irreplaceable. To live without regret, we must have a concrete purpose, continually setting goals and challenges for ourselves. And we need to we need to keep moving towards these specific targets steadily and tenaciously, one step at a time." So I want you to remember this. It only takes one step. How many steps? One step. One step every day. One step every day for your purpose. One step towards educating and investing in you, having a coach. One step to get you through the quagmire of fear, of regret, of non-purpose. One step every day helps you gain confidence and clarity, and helps you get on the road of developing your purpose and working in your purpose. And your purpose is defined as something you love. And if you need assistance along the way, I encourage you to use things like AI for your virtual assistant in helping you, remind you on your points and your targets. I'm asking you also to buy my book, Be Splendid in Your Day, and allow some of the lessons in there to also help you on your way. And I'm encouraging you to subscribe to my channel at wendycharlesspeaks.com or Substack or SKOOL School, as we together will embark on the most beautiful journey of your life, and that is you, working on you becoming that lotus flower as you come from the mud of doubt, that you come up to the beauty and bloom of success and purpose. And may you always embrace that. And I thank you. I thank you. Be splendid in your day. Be splendid in your life. Be splendid because you are and always can be. Thank you for joining me here. And I'll see you again on Tuesday at wendycharlesspeaks.com, on Substack, TikTok. If school is not working, not sure today, then we'll have to do it again on TikTok. Thank you so much. Be splendid in your day.